A generation of young Britons locked out of the 2016 EU referendum due to their age now believe Brexit has failed, with a majority demanding a fresh vote to rejoin, according to new polling of 18 to 28-year-olds.
영국에서 18세에서 28세 연령대를 대상으로 실시한 설문조사에서 2016년 브렉시트 국민투표 당시 나이가 어려서 투표권이 없었던 젊은 세대가 현재 브렉시트를 실패로 보고 있으며 이들 중 대다수가 EU 재가입을 위한 새로운 투표를 요구하고 있는 것으로 나타났습니다. So today's 18-year-olds would have been 8 years old 10 years ago in 2016 when they had the Brexit referendum. 28-year-olds would have also been 18 years old. So maybe they were right at that, cusp of not being able to vote. Yeah. Some of them may have, I guess, the people that we're talking about today, they didn't get to vote. Yeah. They were too young.
They didn't have the chance. Right. And they, literally they were locked out of the vote, so to say. But they say that polls have shown that 60% of British Gen Z adults, so 18 to 28, would vote to rejoin the EU if given that chance, compared to just 9% who want to remain out.
Wow.
So, yeah, still, what was that, 31% that are abstaining to vote or don't have an opinion, but still 60% compared to 9%.
Right,
that's a huge gap.
It is,
for the people that didn't get a chance to vote.
영국의 Z세대라고 할 수 있겠죠. The Gen Zers. 18세에서 28세. 10년 전, 2016년에 브렉시트 국민투표가 있었을 당시에는 투표권이 없지만 지금은 이제 다 성인이 되어 있습니다. 그래서 물어봤더니 이 설문조사에 의하면은 60% 응답자가 EU 재가입에 대해서 찬성이다. 그리고 탈퇴를 유지하는 것에 대해서는 9%만이 찬성한다라고 했다라는 게 대다수가 이제 브렉시트에 반대한다라고 해석을 할 수 있겠죠. 자, 그러면 한번 표현을 보겠습니다. These 18 to 20-year-olds 10 years ago were locked out of the referendum. What does that mean?
If you're locked out, then it literally means that you cannot get in to a place that you would perhaps like to get into. So meaning in this particular case, it means that they couldn't vote, even if they wanted to.
Yep.
They weren't allowed to vote. So imagine, if you're trying to get into your apartment, you don't have keys or you don't know the passcode, you can't get in physically. So in the same sort of way, it means that you are blocked or being prevented from doing something.
Be locked out of something은 무슨 얘기냐면은 만약에 방이나 집의 경우에 I was locked out of my house라고 한다면은 내가 집에 들어가지 못한 거예요. 집에 문이 잠겼는데 내가 키도 없고 뭐 패스워드도 뭐 모른다든지 그러면은 I'm locked out of my house. 방도 뭐 그럴 수도 있겠죠. 방이 잠겨 있어요. 내가 방에 못 들어갔으면 I'm locked out of my room 이럴 수 있는데 자, 28세에서 28세 청년들 같은 경우에는 10년 전에 투표를 하지 못했다는 얘기입니다. They were locked out of the 국민투표 referendum.
I think the expression, it might be a little bit odd for Koreans to hear because it's pretty hard to get locked out of your home because everyone uses digital passcodes. But outside of Korea, or certainly in North America, the vast majority of homes still use a physical key.
Yeah.
So the fact that, I've definitely been locked out of my home on numerous occasions when living in North America. You realize, oh no, I forgot my key here. Or you can be locked out of your car.
Yes.
Sometimes you don't have your key with you getting into your car. So you have the coat hanger that people try to use to unlock their car. But it might seem a little bit foreign to people that have grown up in Korea. But this is a common occurrence in North America.
뭔가가 잠겨 있어서 내가 들어가지 못한다는 뜻입니다. 즉 여기서는 참여를 하지 못했다는 거고 Now, this time around, these 20 or 18 to 28-year-olds, they are asking for a fresh vote.
Something that is fresh is something that is new. It has not been around for a long time, and then a vote, meaning, hey, let's do the vote all over again. So the fact that they want a fresh vote, let's have a new vote. Let's do it again now because that happened 10 years ago. That's already kind of old and gone and past. Let's do it again.
네, 이 설문조사는 참고로 영국의 싱크탱크인 More in Common이 이제 440명을 대상으로 실시한 조사 결과고요. 그중에 62%가 5년 안에 fresh vote, 재투표를 해야 된다. 근데 fresh vote라는 것은 이제 새로운 투표라는 뜻인데요. 여기서는 맥락상 재투표가 되겠죠. 그걸 해야 된다. 이렇게 응답을 했습니다. 다시 읽어볼게요. A generation of young Britons locked out of the 2016 EU referendum due to their age now believe Brexit has failed, with a majority demanding a fresh vote to rejoin, according to new polling of 18 to 28-year-olds. Let's move on to the next headline.
A nude painting by Italian artist Amedeo Modigliani has gone under the hammer for nearly $64 million, setting a new record for his work at a European auction.
이탈리아 화가 아마데오 모딜리아니의 누드화 한 점이 경매에서 약 6,400만 달러, 우리 돈으로 1,000억 원에 가까운 가격에 판매됐습니다. 이는 모딜리아니 작품의 역대 유럽 경매 가격 중 최고 낙찰가입니다. It's a famous painting, actually. But tell us more.
Yeah, this is, first off, an awful lot of money.
Yes.
It was bought by a billionaire, obviously. A guy named Joe Lewis from Britain. And, this was painted back in 1917. It has obviously come a long ways and has earned an awful lot of money, too.
그래요. It went under the hammer?
Went under the hammer means that it was sold at an auction. And why is it saying hammer? Well, usually at an auction, it's not actually a hammer. We call it a gavel. Is like that wooden hammer-like thing that judges and auctioneers use to go bang, bang, bang. Sold. So they hit the hammer or the gavel down. It makes a loud sound. And now we know that the price is final. And that's sold. So that's why they say under the hammer. It's basically, it should be gavel, though.
그래요. 이게 낙찰될 때 gavel, G-A-V-E-L, 그 hammer 같이 생긴 거, 그걸 가지고 땅, 땅, 땅 치잖아요. 그래서 sold for 얼마 이렇게 얘기하는데 그 hammer입니다. 그래서 go under the hammer라는 표현 자체가 경매에 붙여지다라는 뜻이 되겠고요. The interesting thing about this particular painting is that before this billionaire bought it, it belonged to Joe Lewis, one of the former owners of the Tottenham Hotspur football teams, or is it teams, groups? So it belonged to him, but now obviously a different person owns this painting. What's setting a new record?
Setting a new record is that it has broken a record. We think of like the Guinness Book of World Records on things and something that's never been done before. Earlier, we talked about an all-time high. That was the Korean exports going over $100 billion. It can be something like that. Setting a new record is, in that particular case. But yeah, you're doing something that has never been done before.
새로운 기록을 세우다. Set a new record. 이 record와 함께 set가 나오면은 기록을 세우다. break가 나오면은 기록을 깨다. 우리말이랑 똑같죠. 자, 다시 한번 읽어보겠습니다. A nude painting by Italian artist Amedeo Modigliani has gone under the hammer for nearly $64 million, setting a new record for his work at a European auction. Let's move on to the final headline.
Scientists have identified a rare, long-necked dinosaur fossil from Antarctica that remained unclassified in a drawer since its discovery in 1985.
1985년에 처음 남극에서 발굴된 이후 제대로 된 분류 없이 지금까지 줄곧 서랍 안에 방치되어 온 공룡 표본이 목이 긴 공룡 티타노사우루스의 희귀한 뼈 화석인 것으로 최근 밝혀졌습니다. Wow. Okay, let's talk about this fossil.
Yeah, it's been kind of just sitting away somewhere for a long time. It has been identified now as the Titanosaur, one of the Earth's largest land animals. You know, the one with a long neck. There's been different names or versions of it that all do have different names, whether it's a Brontosaurus, a Brachiosaurus, a Titanosaurus in this particular case. But yeah, it's roughly 23 feet long, and which actually makes it small for its group, indicating that it was likely a juvenile.
Yeah, that's why initially, for about 40 years, people didn't even know it was a dinosaur fossil. They thought it might be some kind of reptile, a big reptile. But now they've realized, no, actually it was a dinosaur. 그러니까 40년 동안 대형 파충류의 뼈로 생각이 됐었는데 이제서야 밝혀진 게 이게 공룡의 뼈였다는 겁니다. 자, 그러면 화석, 영어로는 fossil.
Fossil, yeah, something that is kind of old from a long time ago that has been usually petrified in some way, shape, or form, meaning that it's been kind of turned to stone because it's so old, or it's seen as something that we maybe didn't know what it was before, and then through studies and archaeology have kind of solved what it is.
그래요. 그러니까 F-O-S-S-I-L, fossil이 나오면 화석이고요. What about an unclassified thing?
Something that is unclassified has not been classified. But when something is classified, it's kind of put into its group or kind of separated to say this is what it is. It's been identified as something part of another group.
Exactly. Classified는요. 어떤 주제로 분류가 되어 있다라는 뜻이 원체 있습니다. 그런데 보통 이제 서류 같은 거를 classified라고 하면은 그게 기밀 서류다라는 뜻이에요. 그러니까 아마 이제 기밀이라는 그룹에 들어간다. 뭐 이런 데서 나온 표현이겠죠. 그렇다면 unclassified는 미분류된 것을 얘기합니다. 이 뼈도 정확하게 뭔지 몰랐으니까 그동안에 미분류 아마도 대형 파충류일 것이다 라고 하는 그런 이제 뼈로만 생각되어 있었고 서랍 속에 오랫동안 있었는데 이제서야 확실히 분류가 됐습니다. 뼈고 어떤 공룡의 뼈냐면은
Titanosaur.
Titanosaur의 뼈인 것으로 드러났습니다. 자, 다시 읽어볼게요. Scientists have identified a rare, long-necked dinosaur fossil from Antarctica that remained unclassified in a drawer since its discovery in 1985. Well, that's it for the headlines with Jason Lee.